Welcome back. Today we will have a closer look at EvoEstate. So we have been investing on EvoEstate for several months now, and in this EvoEstate review, I will be introducing you to the platform and share some of my initial impressions. My name is Jakub from P2P Empire, and if you are interested in learning how to make money online by investing in P2P lending platforms, consider subscribing and also hit the like button to see more videos like this in the future. So EvoEstate is a real estate platform aggregator, which means that you can invest in multiple real estate projects originated by other real estate platforms. It basically aggregates real estate projects from smaller platforms that originate loans in the real estate industry. This means that you can build a fully diversified real estate portfolio without needing to sign up on multiple platforms. Some smaller crowdfunding platforms often only list real estate loans from a dedicated market, and thanks to EvoEstate, you can invest in multiple locations at once. EvoEstate also does its own due diligence of their partners, which adds another layer of security. The platform was funded just in 2019 and has currently more than 3,000 investors. Due to the young age of the platform, there's no publicly available financial report yet, so you cannot evaluate the financial situation of EvoEstate. The platform was co-founded by two gentlemen, Gustas Germanavicius and Audrius Wisniewskas. Gustas is also the CEO of the company. He has just recently acquired an investment advisor license, which makes him one of the very few CEOs in the P2P lending industry that own such a license. If you want to know him better, I suggest watching our latest P2P talk where we discuss the differences between individual real estate investments. EvoEstate is headquartered in Lithuania, but due to the regulations, the company is registered in Estonia. If you want to learn more about our due diligence of the platform and its management, head over to our EvoEstate review on p2pempire.com. So EvoEstate allows you to invest in multiple lenders from the real estate industry. This means that you can invest in real estate loans, rental, and equity deals. Every investment type comes with different securities and different returns. As we have discussed this with Gustas specifically, I won't go into much details in this concrete video. It's recommended to always have a look at individual investments and evaluate whether it's a good fit for you. You have to look at whether the investment is aligned with your personal investment strategy. So EvoEstate does not provide any buyback guarantee as you are not investing into unsecured personal loans. Your investments are typically backed by a mortgage. In certain markets, the borrower offers different types of collateral because the price for setting up a mortgage is actually too high. I highly suggest studying individual projects and its securities before investing in them. You should note that EvoEstate is just a middleman and does not guarantee any specific returns. The performance of your portfolio relies only on the ability of the lender to do a proper due diligence and on its ability to recover the debt. So I suggest you get familiar with the lenders before investing. EvoEstate offers a basic statistics page where you will find all the lenders listed on the platform at the moment. You can quickly check the country in which they operate, the amount of projects listed on EvoEstate, and their investment status. You can also see how many of their projects are offered on the secondary market and which platforms are regulated. You should note that regulated platforms operate under a local financial service license. In the last column, you can check the EvoEstate rating of a specific lender. If you click on a specific lender, you can view some additional data such as the number of repaid and currently active projects. And when you scroll down, you will also get a brief introduction to the lender with important information related to their securities or, for instance, transaction fees. So that's been a quick intro into the lenders on EvoEstate. Now let's have a look at some of the currently available investments. When you navigate to the primary market, you can view all of the available projects in which you can invest in. This page is split into various sections. On top of the page, you can see the skin in the game projects. Those projects are investments where the co-founders of EvoEstate invested their own funds. Typically, the investment amount into a skin in the game project is around 1,000 euro. Those projects have the highest project rating, which is being determined by EvoEstate based on all of the data they are able to retrieve from the lending company. EvoEstate also started offering alternative crowdfunding projects where the collateral is not a real estate property but heavy machinery. The loan originator of those projects is a newly founded startup called Heavy Finance, which is being backed by the venture capital firm Startup Wise Guys, who are also funding EstateGuru and EvoEstate. The CEO of Heavy Finance is Laimonas Noreika, who is the former CEO of Finbi, which is a successful P2B platform from Lithuania. But let's go back to our project overview. If you click on a project, you can retrieve more information about the risk rating as well as some general information about the project. On the right side, you can see some basic data about the investment, such as the annual interest and the investment term. What's worth noting is that many projects are full bullet loans, which means that the loan principal and the interest are being repaid at the end of the loan term. This also means that you won't see any incoming interest on a monthly basis. On every project page, you have the option to type in your preferred investment amount and invest directly. Below, you can also view legal documents relevant to the securities that the borrower is providing. You don't need to invest in loans manually, but instead you can define your investment criteria and set up your auto-invest. EvoEstate allows you to choose a preferred investment type, define the portfolio size and the investment period, but also choose countries, the mortgage rank, individual lenders, or the interest. You can also create multiple auto-invest portfolios, which can be really useful if you intend to invest higher amount of money. EvoEstate also offers a secondary market, which is free of charge. That's actually quite unique because a lot of P2B platforms that do have a secondary market charge a transaction fee of 1 to 2%. The secondary market makes your investments more liquid, as you can sell them with premium or discount to other investors before the end of the long term. That's actually one of the best features on EvoEstate, as many smaller platforms don't offer a dedicated secondary market, which means that your capital is locked at least for the duration of the loan in which you invest. In the case of real estate investments, it can be between 12 and 36 months. So there are obviously a lot of benefits of investing on EvoEstate, but what about some of the disadvantages? Almost every project comes with a different set of data, and if you are not one of the sophisticated investors that can evaluate the financial data of a single project, you might have a hard time and will ultimately rely on the trust in the loan originator to recover the debt. We believe that the information could be better structured with more detailed explanation for retail investors. Also, many of the listed projects come with a quite long term and lower interest as, let's say, investments on EstateGuru, for instance. You should definitely think about the risk and return ratio when choosing projects on EvoEstate. But now let's have a look at our portfolio. We have been investing on EvoEstate for just a few months, so there is not that much data to see. The dashboard shows interest of 12%, which is not really representative yet, as most of the investments will be repaid next year. When you scroll down the page, you can see the amount of current loans, investments by originators, countries, and by investment type. That gives you a nice overview of your portfolio. However, personally, I prefer to also see a chart, which would make the portfolio section even better. As you can see, our investment amount is not very high. EvoEstate is still a rather new platform with little track record. We believe in the product of EvoEstate, and the CEO Gustas also made a good impression on us in our latest P2P talk, which is why we keep some money on the platform to see how they develop in the future. If you like the idea of using just one account to invest simultaneously in multiple real estate projects on various platforms, you can try EvoEstate for yourself. If you sign up with our partner link, which you will find in the description below this video, you will receive a 0.5% cashback bonus on your investments within the first 6 months, which is actually quite a good deal in comparison to the bonuses offered by other P2P players. As always, I encourage you to do your own due diligence and research of EvoEstate and its founders before you invest. It's also good practice to research the individual lenders and their conditions, so you're fully aware of all the risks. If you're just starting out, I recommend to invest manually and evaluate some of the projects by yourself before you set up your auto-invest. This helps you to get familiar with the platform before investing a higher amount of money. So that's been our first impression of EvoEstate. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on EvoEstate. Is it something you would go for? Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.